Depression. It's naturally to feel sad, down or discouraged at times. We all feel these human emotions, their reaction to the hassles and hurdles of life. We may feel sad over an argument with a friend, a breakup or a best friend, moving out of town. We might be disappointed about doing poorly on a test or discouraged if our team can break its losing streak. The death of someone close can lead to a specific kind of sadness. Most of the time, people manage to deal with these feelings and get past them with a little time and care. Depression is more than occasionally feeling blue, sad, or down in the dumps. So, depression is strong, mood involving sadness, discouragement, despair, or hopelessness that lasts for weeks, months, or even longer. Depression affects more than person's mood. It affects thinking too. It interferes with the ability to notice or enjoy the good things in life. Depression drains the energy, motivation, and concentration a person needs for normal activities. Depression can get better with the right attention and care, sometimes more easily than a person thinks. But if it's not treated, things can stay bad or get worse. That's why people who are depressed shouldn't wait and hope it will go away on its own. If you think you might be depressed, talk to a parent or other adult about getting the right help. Depression can be a phase of someone who is smiling, telling jokes and happy, which I am quiet. Often, I have family, a job, and I am alive. So why would I be depressed? Feeling down from time to time is a normal part of life, but when emotion, such as hopelessness and despair, take hold and just won't go away, you may have depression, more than just sadness in response to life's struggles and setbacks. Depression changes how you think, feel, and function in daily activities. It can interfere with your ability to work, study, eat, sleep, and enjoy your life. Just trying to get through the day can be overwhelming. While some people describe depression as living in a black hole or having a feeling of impending doom, others feel lifeless, empty, and apathetic. Men in particular can feel angry and restless. However you experience depression, left untreated, it can become a serious health condition. But, but it's important to remember that feelings of helplessness and hopelessness are symptoms of depression, not the reality of your situation. It's hard to talk to people when you don't know what reaction you will get. In the past, I found out the people were talking behind my back, saying I am needy or always on about myself. But maybe I seem like that because I needed a friend to lean on. The scariest thing I found about suffering from a depression is the effect it has on every aspect of your life. It is not just what inside your head. For me, suffering from depression became debilitating as I couldn't find happiness in the little things I used to enjoy doing. More often than not, depression would cause me to sit in my room and cry, usually for no reason at all. When you're depressed, it can feel like you'll never get out from under a dark shadow. However, even the most severe depression is treatable. So if your depression is keeping you from living the life you want to, don't hesitate to seek help. From therapy to medication to healthy lifestyle changes. There are many different treatment options available. Of course, just as no two people are affected by depression in exactly the same way, neither is there a one-size-fits-all treatment to cure depression. What works for one person might not want for another. By becoming as informed as possible, Two, you can find the treatments that can help you overcome depression, feel happy and hopeful again, and reclaim your life. I remember the day when I first hit a low point in life, and it's not a nice memory to have. I didn't know how to deal with such a strong mental health issue, so I hid my problems away from my family and friends, which made my issues worse. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to socialize with friends, and I put up family days out. There came a time when I questioned my existence in life. Was I a burden? Was I even worth having around? What did I bring to life in general? It's hard to tell if a person is depressed unless they break down in front of your manage to tell you themselves. Depression doesn't leave scars. Not always, and it's hard to say how bad it is if you can't see the wound. If you know someone who's going through the difficult time, if you have even the slightest doubt, reach out. Try this simple action. They can have a powerful effect on mood and help with depression. Eat healthy foods. Get the right amount of sleep. Walk, play, or do something to else to get exercise. Every day, take time to relax. Take time to notice the good things about life, no matter how small. Focusing on positive emotion and being with positive people can help too. Do yoga, dance, and find creative self-expression through art, music, or journaling. Daily exercise, meditation, daylight, and positive emotion all can affect the brain activities in way that restore mood and well-being. Depression drains your energy, hope, and drive, making it difficult to take the step that will help you to feel better. Sometimes, just thinking about the things you should do to feel better, like exercising or spending time with friends, can seem exhausting or impossible to put in the action. Depression can be treated if you take the right step. Do what you can to care for yourself. See a doctor or counselor. Don't wait for depression to just go away. Learn as such much of you can about your depression. It's important to determine whether your depression symptoms are due to underlying medical condition. If so, that condition will need to be treated first. The severity of your depression is also a factor. The more severe the depression, the more intensive the treatment you're likely to need. It takes time to find the right treatment. It might take some trials and error to find the treatment and support that works best for you. For example, if you decide to pursue therapy, it may take away a few attempts to find the therapist that you really click with. Or you may try an antidepressant only to find you don't need if you take a daily half-hour walk. Be open to change and little experimentation. Don't rely on medication alone. Although medication can relieve the symptoms of depression, it is not usually suitable for long-term use. Other treatments, including exercise and therapy, can be just as effective as medication. Often more so, but don't come with unwanted side effects. If you do decide to try medication, remember that medication works best when you make healthy lifestyle change as well. Get social support. The more you cultivate your social connection, the more protected you are from depression. If you are feeling stuck, don't hesitate to talk to trusted family members or friend, or seek out new connection at a depression support group. For example, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, and it won't mean your burden to others. Often the simple act of talking someone face to face can be an enormous help. Treatment takes time and commitment. All of this depression treatment takes time and sometimes it might feel overwhelming or frustratingly slow. That is normal. Recovery usually has its ups and downs. While you can force yourself to have fun or experience pleasure, you can push yourself to do things even when you don't feel like it. You might be surprised at how much better you feel once you're out in the world. Even if your depression doesn't lift immediately, you gradually feel more upbeat and energy as you make time for fun activities. Do you feel like you're powerful or weakness? That bad thing happened and there's not much you can do about it? That your situation is hopeless? Depression puts a negative spin on everything, including the way you see yourself and your expectation for the future. When these types of thoughts overwhelm you, it's important to remember that these symptoms of depression are this irrational, pessimistic attitude known as cognitive distortion aren't realistic. When you really examine them, they don't hold up. But even so, they can be told to give up. You can break out of this pessimistic mind frame by telling yourself to just think positive. Often it's parts of a lifelong pattern of thinking that's become so automatic. You're not even completely aware of it. Rather, the trick is to identify the type of negative thought that are fueling your depression and replace them with a more balanced way of thinking. Thank you.